In this video, we're unboxing and replacing the power steering rack and pinion for Ford F-150 2014. This is the power steering rack and pinion. The following are the tools required for replacing the power steering rack and pinion: 24mm wrench, medium-sized ratcheting wrench, medium-sized long extension bar, large-size short extension bar, 10mm offset wrench, large-size 15mm shallow socket, medium-size 10mm deep socket, large-size 21mm deep socket, large-size 27mm shallow socket, large-size electric impact wrench, 0 to 40mm adjustable wrench, large-size extended ratcheting wrench, large-size torque wrench, pry bar, refill tool, measuring cup, large-size ratcheting wrench, large-size 17mm shallow socket, tie rod end separator used as a removal aid. Use a clean metal basin as a container to catch the power steering fluid. Before removing the rack and pinion, need to secure the steering wheel. Use a large-size 21mm deep socket and large-size short extension bar. With a large-size extended ratcheting wrench, loosen the front wheel lug screws. Use the same tools. Loosen the lug screws on the other side of the front wheel. Open the engine compartment. Lift the vehicle. Use a large-size 21mm deep socket with large-size electric impact wrench. Remove the front wheel lug screws. Remove the left wheel. Use the same tools to remove the right front wheel lug screws. Remove the right front wheel. Use a large-size 15mm shallow socket with a large-size electric impact wrench. Remove the engine underguard, mounting screws at the front engine underguard. Remove the screws and the underguard. Continue using the same tools. Remove the underguard mounting screws. Remove the engine underguard. Use a 24mm wrench. Loosen the lock nuts on the adjustable tie rods. On both sides of the rack and pinion, use a large-size 21mm deep socket. With a large-size electric impact wrench, remove the retaining nut for the outer tie rod end. Use the same tools. Remove the outer tie rod end nut on the other side. Use the tie rod end separator tool. Separate the outer tie rod end from the steering knuckle connector. Use a large-size 17mm shallow socket. With a large-size ratcheting wrench, rotate the tie rod end separator. Remove the tie rod end. Spin to remove the tie rod end. When spinning, be sure to count how many turns you make. This time, we made 29 turns. Remove the lock nut. Continue using the same tools and procedures. Remove the outer tie rod end on the other side. Remove the outer tie rod end. Besides, remember how many turns you make when removing. This time, we made 32 turns. Remove the lock nut. Use a 10mm offset wrench. Remove the mounting bolt. For the rack and pinion to steering shaft connection, during the removal process, if space is tight, we can loosen the steering wheel slightly. Turn the steering wheel a little so that the mounting bolt can be removed smoothly. Remove the bolt. After the bolt is removed, center the steering wheel and secure it. Use the drain pan to catch the power steering fluid that leaks out. When removing the rack and pinion, use a medium-sized 10mm deep socket and medium-sized long extension bar with a medium-sized ratcheting wrench. Remove the mounting bolt for the steering gear oil inlet hose. Remove the bolt. Use a large-sized flathead screwdriver as an aid. Remove the inlet hose. Use a large-sized 27mm shallow socket with a large-size extended ratcheting wrench. Remove the rack and pinion mounting bolts. The nut on the back needs a 0 to 40mm adjustable wrench to lock. Once the bolt is loosened, we can use the large-size 27mm shallow socket with a large-size electric impact wrench and the 0 to 40mm adjustable wrench to remove it. Remove the bolt. Continue using the same tools. Remove the other mounting bolt. When removing the rack and pinion, there needs to be an assistant to help. Remove the rack and pinion through the gap on the side. Here is the comparison of old versus new rack and pinion. The reason we are replacing the rack and pinion is because the old rack and pinion was leaking fluid. Before installing the new rack and pinion, we need to remove the dust caps. These two dust caps on the inlet hoses need to be removed after the rack and pinion is secured. To prevent dirt from getting in, install the new rack and pinion through the side gap. Align the bolt holes. Install the mounting bolts. Use a large-size 27mm shallow socket with a large-size electric impact wrench and a 0 to 40mm adjustable wrench. Tighten the mounting bolts. Continue using the same tools to tighten the bolts. And use a large-size 27mm shallow socket with large-size torque wrench and a 0 to 40mm adjustable wrench. Torque the rack and pinion mounting bolts. Torque specification: 250 Newton meters, 184 foot-pounds. Connect the rack and pinion to the steering shaft. Align the holes and install. The bolt hole for the connection between the rack and pinion and the steering shaft is right on top of the rack and pinion. Install the mounting bolt. After installing the bolt, use the 10mm offset wrench to tighten it. Remove the dust cap. Remove the dust cap from the inlet hose. Install the inlet hose. After the inlet hose is installed, install the mounting bolt. Use a medium-sized 10mm deep socket, medium-sized long extension bar with a medium-sized torque wrench. Tighten the inlet hose mounting bolt and torque it to specific. Torque specification: 24 Newton meters, 18 foot-pounds. Reinstall the outer tie rods using the turn counts from removal. Insert the outer tie rod end. Install the retaining nut. According to the turn counts from removal, reinstall the outer tie rod on the other side. Install the outer tie rod in connection to the steering knuckle. Install the retaining nut. Use a large size 21 mm deep socket. With a large size electric impact wrench, tighten the outer tie rod in retaining nut. Continue tightening with the same tools. Use a large size 21 mm deep socket. With a large size torque wrench, tighten the outer tie rod in retaining nut and torque it to specific. Torque specification: 103 Newton meters, 76 foot-pounds. Continue using the same tool to torque it. Lower the vehicle. Open the power steering fluid reservoir cap. Use the measuring cup. To add the appropriate amount of power steering fluid, turn the steering wheel left and right fully to bleed the power steering system. After the fluid level drops, start the engine and continue adding fluid. After bleeding all the air out of the system, check the fluid level. Make sure it is between min and max. If it is low, add more. Put the cap back on the power steering reservoir. After the replacement is complete, check the area around the removal for any fluid leaks. If there are leaks, we need to check the cause. If there are no leaks, install the underguard. Remove the drain pan. Install the engine underguard. Align the holes and install the mounting screws. Install the front engine underguard. Continue to align the holes and install the mounting screws. After all, the underguard mounting screws are installed. Use a large size 15 mm shallow socket with a large size electric impact wrench to tighten them. After the underguard is installed, lower the vehicle. Use a 24 mm wrench to tighten the rack and pinion. Adjustable tie rod lock nuts. Use the same tool to continue tightening the other side. Install the front wheels. Install the lug screws. Use a large size 21 mm deep socket with a large size electric impact wrench to tighten them. Continue installing the lug screws. Use the same tool to tighten them. Lower the vehicle completely. Use a large size 21 mm deep socket and large size short extension bar with a large size torque wrench. Torque the front wheel lug screws. Torque specification: 150 Newton meters, 111 foot-pounds. Torque the left front wheel lug screws. Use the same tool. Torque the right front wheel lug screws. Close the hood. After installation is complete, make sure to complete a 4-wheel alignment.